Elaina and Lennard were on my show 2 years ago, and that day they got the truth surrounding a horrific rape allegation made by their young daughter. Take a look at a clip.
I found out that my daughter was molested by an old, what I thought was friend of mine from childhood.
They're accusing me of sexual assault, rape on Elena's daughter.
I let this man into my house and he rapes my child.
You're accused of raping a child. Did you do that to Elena's daughter?
No, I did not.
Okay.
So she gotta lie? I don't think so. The paperwork don't lie, her private part didn't lie, but you a damn lie.
You believe that Lennard had something to do with the assault on his daughter?
If it wasn't him, it had to be somebody. You know, or she's covering up for something.
You took everybody on stage took a lie detector test, and you're saying you didn't do anything to this child.
Not do anything to her child.
Okay, Elaina, you came here and you took a lie detector test.
Sure did.
We asked you, did you fabricate the story that Lennard sexually assaulted your daughter? You answered no. Did you coach your daughter to say Lennard sexually assaulted her? You answered no. Did your daughter tell you that Lennard sexually assaulted her? And you answered yes. And the results came back the same to each question, and they came back that Elaina told the truth. Lennard took a lie detector test, and we asked him, did you fabricate the story that Lennard sexually assaulted your daughter? You answered no. Have you ever had sexual physical contact with your daughter who accused Lennard? And you answered no. And the results for Lennard's lie detector test is that he told the truth. Lennard, you said you called the show, you came here, and you took a lie detector test. And we asked you, did you ever have sexual physical contact with Elena's daughter? And you answered no. And the results for that question is, you did not tell the truth. And I hope that when they go back home, that these people go and get this reopened up, and that the both of you go to jail.
And I'm going
get that off my stage. Since the show, Elaina and Lennard separated. But for 3 years, they've tried to maintain a peaceful relationship for the kids. However, a year ago, one of the children accused Lennard of sexual assault. So Elaina contacted my show to get the truth once again. Take a look.
Since the show last time, it's been pretty rough. About a week after the show, Elaina started blaming me for what happened to our daughter. She was saying that I let it happen. Even though we were separated, we tried to keep it, you know, cordial and get along for the kids. My son made allegations against me years ago that I molested him. And what caused it was that one of the other kids came to her and said that my son was touching him inappropriately. So when she found out that that happened, she went into the mode of something had to happen to you. And she kind of badgered him and questioned, basically until he said something. And he was exhausted. He finally said, okay, it was that.
Lennard says that you may have pressured your son into confessing to false accusations.
You know, I heard that loud and clear. The only thing I've ever done is ask my son, are you sure this happened? I thought my son was lying. I thought he's destroying our family. And honestly, I came down on my son, telling him, if you're lying, you need to tell the truth because our family's apart. I came down on my son.
And you're still married to Lennard?
That's correct.
Even though you're not together anymore, you're still legally married.
Yes.
And now you're with this other guy. Let's meet Lennard. You are being accused, and you have been accused for a long time now, over a year. Why do you think that this is coming up?
She don't realize what she's doing. Like when it comes to questioning our kids, she don't realize what kind of pressure she puts on them. I mean, she's done the same thing to me. So I know how it can be.
Pressure.
If I was my son, I probably, and I knew my dad, and I knew my dad was the strongest man could take anything, I would have just said, okay, yeah, he did it. Let me go back out.
After this came out a year ago, did you ask your son why this was coming up?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He said he had to say something. He got tired of being questioned.
By who?
By his mom.
Okay. Were you questioned by the police?
No.
Not yet.
You've never been questioned by the police?
No.
But you know there's open investigation?
That's what she says. Nobody's ever came to talk to me
It's
about
on record. Go get a copy of it. Maybe you should have been doing
Do you
that.
think she's making this up?
No, she's not making no drugs.
Because he accused him to his face.
Do you know her boyfriend?
Yeah.
And what do you think about him?
I mean, as far as I know, we've had our beef earlier, but it's all good.
That's fine. You don't
I
think
hope he's ready for what he signed up for, I tell you that.
And you don't believe that he might have did anything
Hope
to
you're
your
ready for
son?
the penitentiary if
I
you're
don't
guilty.
think so. Okay.
Let's meet your new boyfriend, and his name is Buddy. Let's bring Buddy up. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing?
How long have you been with Elaina?
I've been knowing Elaina for about 3 years now.
3 years now.
Well,
Okay.
before that, I've been knowing her for actually over 15 years.
Okay, but you've been in a
Been in a relationship with her for
3
like
years.
3 years.
Do you think that Lennard did anything to his son?
I'm hoping he had.
Me too.
But
Now,
I
you took,
also believe that I know Elaina, and I know what she's capable of doing, and I know what she ain't capable of.
do you think that she could have made it up? That she's making this up, that Lennard did this?
Yes.
Oh, you do think that she could be making
I mean, it's capable. She's capable of doing that. I'm sorry.
let the
but
test read.
I'm just.
Let the test read.
Okay, how do you feel that your boyfriend's saying that you can make this up?
Well, I really don't understand why he would say that, because I don't make up nothing that he's seen the last test. I think he just doesn't want to accuse this man, because for all this time, have I not said I don't believe that he did that? I hope it's not
Yeah,
mental.
you said that.
I've been saying that from jump, that I don't believe Leonard did it.
I would just like maybe a little more specific. Why do you think she's capable of making this up?
Please, explain that.
Elaina has a tendency of taking things to the extreme, just like Leonard said. And I've been with her when she had took things to extreme. And she's very, how can you say it, promiscuous about things, when to the point where she would,
I investigate.
yeah, try to
Overly,
do her
everything.
own investigation instead of to let the police
Well,
do
let's
it.
find out.
Please do. Let's find out.
We gave you a lie detector test because you are around the kids, but nobody.
Right. Nobody
It
believes
doesn't
he's
sound
like
like
that.
nobody's really accusing you of it. But to be thorough, we asked you, did you ever have any sexual physical contact with Elaina's son? You answered no, and the results for Buddy's lie detector test came back that Buddy told the truth.
I knew that. Already knew that.
Elaina, she came in and took a lie detector test. And we asked her, did you fabricate the story that Lennard molested your son? You answered no. Did you coach your son to say Lennard molested him? Elaina answered no. And the results for Elena's lie detector test came back the same to each question, and it came back that Elaina told the truth.
Oh, you gonna lose me. You're gonna lose me. You're gonna lose me. You are. Let me leave it alone.
Lennard, we asked you, did you ever have sexual, physical contact with your son? He answered no. Results for Lennard's lie detector test is that he told
You
the
gonna clap for
truth.
me?
And that's what I thought. And that's what I thought. All right. That's right.
You know what? I just want to say this. You know, this is the second time you're on my show. Mm-hmm. And these are kids.
Right.
And I would hope that when you go back,
We find out what happened.
well, you find out what happened, but you also put
get
these
some
kids in a
stability
position
for 'em. That's what
where
I
this isn't happening. You got to protect
You
these
mean
kids and
we?
make sure that they can have just a nice, happy childhood.